everybody and welcome to Flair Pilates. Let's start with the feet planted on the mat, standing up nice and tall. And big breath in. On your exhale breath, you're going to roll down, bending those knees, letting those arms hang heavy. Nice big breath in at the floor. Exhale, tummy to spine. Push through the heels as you roll up. Big breath in. And again, let the arms hang, relaxing the back of the neck. You want to feel like the very crown of your head is a big heavy bowling ball. Nice big breath in here. Exhale, push through the heels, draw that tummy in, straightening up the legs. Last one, rolling down. Breath in. Exhale, tummy to spine, support your back as we roll up. Arms out to the side, let's go straight in to these side bends. Feels nice. Oh, so good to move your body like this. Once again, I'm stood in the wrong place. My hands keep hitting the roof. That's all right. With each side bend, you want to reach just a little bit further. And we're going to do one more. So make it a nice, strong, long stretch all the way. Oh, as far as you can. Good. Use those obliques to pull yourself back up. Last one. Oh, feels nice. Up we come. Palms to face the roof. We'll bend those knees. Double twist. Oh, we'll step to the side here. We want to keep the pelvis nice and square. And just rotating through the ribs, feeling, oh, that really nice twisty motion. Feels so nice. I love this so much. Last one to each side. And back to center, arms down, give those shoulders a roll. So we're going to take a lie down on the mat and I'm going to use the magic circle straight away. Just taking the circle into our hands, finding that nice neutral spine, and then we're going to start with some pelvic curls. So sinking the belly button, rolling up, pressing down into the feet, squeezing those glutes at the top, nice big breath in, and rolling down. Returning the spine back to neutral breath in, exhale, rolling up. Nice big breath in here. And exhale, rolling down. Good. And again, rolling up. Squeezing those glutes at the top. Breath in. And exhale, rolling down. This time we're going to add a circle squeeze in. So on the way up, nothing. Once we get to the top, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, and last one, squeeze, release, but not all the way, and then holding that squeeze as we roll all the way down. Breath in, up we go again, holding that squeeze, and release when we get to the top, and 3 more squeezes, squeeze, release, not forgetting about the glutes, squeeze, release, and squeeze, release, but not all the way, holding here, and rolling down. Hold that squeeze. And last time, up we come. Still holding a little bit of a squeeze on the circle here. Release. And 3 more squeezes. 1, soft bend in the elbow. 2, and 3. Good. Release, but not all the way. Rolling down. Nice. Hold that squeeze, rolling up again. This time we're going to hold just a mini squeeze, so just some kind of squeeze on the circle there. Nothing too crazy. And we're going to see if we can float one knee up just to tap the bottom of the circle. Place it down and then we'll swap to the other side. Tap your knee, lower down, still holding a mini squeeze with the circle there. Noticing what's going on with your pelvis as you change legs. We don't want too much rocking side to side. We really want to be using those glutes. Trying not to let our hips sink any closer to the floor. Don't forget about that squeeze. 2 more times each side. 1. And last one. 2. Both feet on the floor and rolling down. Nice. Okay, so let's get started. I've got my tower set up with the push-through bar. I'm on setting 10, but obviously just adjust it the way you're comfortable. You don't have to use the circle, it's just a bit of an added challenge. So it is a standing balance series. Be very careful. If you're gonna fall, just fall. Don't try and grab onto anything. You'll be more than okay, I'm sure. Okay, so set up, placing one hand on the bar, then the ball of your foot on the bar. So we want to be very careful that we don't fall and let that spring, the bar hit us in the face. That's the main thing here. I'm just going to hop back a little bit and do a little test push. I feel like I'm in the right spot. Okay, so I'm going to straighten out my knee here, almost all the way, and then I'm going to take my circle out in front. All right, so my standing foot pointing straight ahead. The shoulders are down. I'm not doing anything with the circle yet. I'm just going to have a few tests. Breathing in as I lift my knee, breathing out as I straighten it. So it's not a heavy load here at all. It's all about balance. I really want to focus on engaging my standing glute. That's it. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, down. I think we're ready to squeeze now. So I'm going to do nothing on the way up, but as I press the bar down, I'm going to give the circle a small squeeze. Inhale, we release. Exhale, straighten the leg, squeezing the circle. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeezing the circle. Inhale, release. And exhale, squeezing the circle. Nice one. Nothing too crazy. We're going to get the circle moving in a minute. A little bit more. All right. So as we bring the bar up, we'll take the circle above our head. And as we bring it forward, you're going to squeeze. So we release as the circle goes above our head. And we squeeze as it comes forward. We bring it up, shoulders stay down, and we squeeze as it comes forward. Lovely. 3, 2, and last one, we're going to add a rotation in now. So as we bring the bar, we're going to bring the knee up, get my brain straight, and then as we straighten the leg, we're going to twist the body and squeeze the circle. Release as we come back through center. So here's where we really have to concentrate on our balance, and squeeze as we rotate. Inhale back through center, release the circle, squeeze as you twist. Nice one. So lots going on. We want to be really careful of our knee joints here. That's why it's really important to focus on your abdominals. We want the twist to come through the bottom of your ribs there as best we can, trying to keep the pelvis pointing straight to the front. I'm going to do one more rotation all the way through. So this is the last time. Knee doesn't go all the way straight either on this bar. We want to make sure we stay in control of everything. Nice. To dismount, you're just going to put one hand on the bar and take the foot. Whew. Let's give our leg a little bit of a shake, and we're going to swap to the other side. So this time, I'm going to place my hand on the bar, same as before. Ball of your foot. Make sure you feel secure. It's okay to hop around a little bit. Make sure you're secure before you get going. All right, good. Circles just out in front, hips pointing to the front. Core is obviously on, pelvic floor is lightly lifted. Let's go. Nice. Inhale, knee comes up. Exhale, we straighten it out. Inhale, knee comes up. Exhale, straighten it out. Good. Just about ready to start squeezing. We'll do one more here. Nice. So on the inhale, as the knee comes up, we leave the circle as it is. As we straighten the leg, you're going to give the circle a little squeeze. Nice. Feel the effort go up the inside of your arms, up into your pecs, into your chest. We want to avoid curling the shoulders forward, so make sure you're giving between your shoulder blades a little squeeze at the back. And if you're looking to modify this exercise, you just lose the circle completely, and you can always hold on to something here, move, grab a chair or whatever. All right, we're going to get that circle moving after this next one. Up we come, and squeeze as the circle comes forward. Inhale up, lift that pelvic floor, and squeeze as it comes forward. Drawing our ribs together like you're wearing a corset. Everything's drawing in and up. Shoulders stay down. Nice. We're going to add a rotation really soon. Probably after the next one, we'll do one more here. Inhale up, exhale forward. So we're going to rotate and squeeze as we straighten the knee. So let's bring the knee up first, and then we twist, press, and squeeze. Up we come, back through center, release. To the other side, I always find this way a little harder to control. When you're moving towards your leg, it feels a little bit more stable. When you're moving, rotating away from this working leg, it feels a little harder. Good. Just a few more. And we're going to do one more all the way through. And last one. Back through center. Nice and carefully, grab the bar, place the foot on the ground. Give your standing foot a bit of a shake. Okay, so yes, I have had an outfit change. This class was filmed over 2 days because I have a small person, so can't always get a full workout in. And I've now changed the springs. We're going to work our legs lying down. We're still going to use the circle, and I've got the 2 leg springs on here, and making sure that you've got the safety strap on as always. So let's shimmy ourselves underneath the bar. I'm aiming for my hips to be pretty much underneath the bar, but if your hamstrings don't like that, then of course you can just shuffle yourself back a little bit. All right, so we're going to go with the heels on the bar just to get started. We might start wide, I think, today. Let's take the heels to the edge, rotating from the hips, and I'm going to take the circle above my head like so. So we're going to just take a little bend just to test if we're in the right spot. You want to try and keep your tailbone nice and heavy. And of course, we've got not quite a neutral spine because our legs are sticking up straight into the air. So light lift to the pelvic floor, sink that tummy, close those ribs. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, push through the heels to extend the bar. Nice. The knees are coming out over the shoulders or to the edges of the mat, depending how flexible you are, of course. Nice one, nice and smooth. We don't want to see this kind of like bouncing around with the bar. Keeping the tailbone nice and heavy. Ribs together. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to squeeze that circle as we press the bar up. Inhale. And then exhale, squeeze the circle as we press the bar up. You got it. This time, take the circle behind and bring it forward. Good. Behind. And a little squeeze as we bring it up to the roof. We want to keep the hips rotating from the top of the hips externally, keeping the shoulders well away from the ears. Nice one, everyone. Feels kind of nice, not too heavy. All right, changing now to the toes, placing the balls of the feet on the bar. We're still going nice and wide. Make the highest heels you can possibly can, and then come down just a touch. We're going to maintain that position of the ankles. Same thing with the circle behind the head. This time when we press up, pulling up the kneecaps, and we're going to go into a small chest lift. Inhale behind, exhale, lift, squeeze, tummies down, maintaining the height of those imaginary heels. Good. Lots going on here. This one is going to feel probably a lot more tricky. Aiming to keep that tailbone heavy as best we can. Knees still heading out towards the edge of the mat or over your shoulders. I'm just going to do 3 more here with a small squeeze of the circle each time. Nice. All right, so I'm going to press that bar all the way up. I'm going to change back to my heel, but just the single heel, keeping that, I'm going with the right leg, keeping that right hip rotated, and you're just going to hover your other foot just forward of the bar, so it's kind of out of the way. All right, we'll start with just the leg movements and not worrying about the arms just yet. As the bar comes down, you're going to swing your left leg out to the side, and as it comes up, you're going to bring your heel back in. So inhale, out it goes, exhale, it comes back in, out it goes. And we want to make sure we don't lose control of this left side, so we don't want our whole body to rock over to the side. Nice. We only go as far as we can control. Good one. With the circle, and we're going to chest lift, open, chest lift, open, chest lift. It's just a mini chest lift with a small squeeze. I'm not going to be here for too long. 3 more times. 3, 2, staying anchored through the right side, and 1. Nice, both feet on the bar, and a little bit of a rest. So you can see I haven't set my heels all the way together, but I think you probably could if you wanted to. I'm just going with them slightly apart. All right, same to the other side. Let's just do a little test, and up, so it feels different. Inhale, open, exhale, up. Just being aware of all the things that are going on here. With the circle now, behind, lift and squeeze, pull it in. Inhale, lift and squeeze, pull it in. Keeping the hips rotated as best we can. And keeping that bar as steady as we possibly can as well. Not jumping around too much. 3, 2, and 1. Oof. Up onto the bar. Nice. Let's just put the circle away for a little bit. For a second, we'll place the toes, balls of the feet on the bar here. So we're going to go into our nice calf stretches there, and then pressing up. Inhale, press the heels towards the ceiling. Exhale, point those toes. So we're aiming for the full range here. Shouldn't feel too heavy, but should kind of feel nice, like you're getting a stretch down the backs of the legs. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can carefully wiggle your way under a little bit more to increase the hamstring stretch. Play around with where you like to be on the mat. Inhale, flex, exhale, push. So we want to aim for nice, strong knees here. Kneecaps are lifted, VMO is engaged, quads are engaged. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Good. A few more times here. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. Moving straight into your walking or your running or whatever it is you like to call it, prancing. Getting a really nice stretch down the backs of the legs. And then we're going to do one last thing here with the circle. We're going to take the toes to the outside edge of the bar, like so, still keeping those heels on. We're doing a side lift this time, or an oblique twist, I should say. We've got the knees nice and wide as they'll go. Feel that beautiful stretch through the inner thighs. As we press the bar up, you're going to lift and squeeze the circle, using those obliques, back through center on the way down. Lift, squeeze. Nice. We definitely don't need to move too fast through this combination. There's heaps going on. Let's aim to keep that pelvis as stable and as centered as we can. Hope you're all feeling good. Starting to feel those abdominals warming up. This time, let's hold the bar still. We're just going to lift the circle up and over, staying lifted up and over. Rotate those hips out to the side. Let's come down a little bit out of those heels. It's very tempting to press as high as you can, of course, but that requires less control. Up and over to the side. Twisting. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Nearly there. Up and over. Keep rotating those hips. And over. 2 to go. Last one. Back to center. And we can pop that circle behind. And we're done here for a minute. All right, so I'm going to take one of these springs off. So we're just going to use the single spring for this next one. I'm going to turn ourselves over. And you're going to place your left heel on the bar like so. We want to be really careful that we don't overextend our lower back here, that we remain nice and strong. So pushing through the heels of your hands, nice and square with the shoulders and the hips. Let's engage that core, lift the pelvic floor, the belly button's drawing in. On the exhale, I'm going to press the bar up, and inhale, I'm pulling it down. So we're not going to go too high. Nice, exhale, pressing up, focusing on the strength in our glutes. Let's not let that lower back go. We want to focus glutes, not too much lower back, of course. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Nice, strong upper body. Very tempting to sink down towards that mat as we start to fatigue. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, all the way down. All right, just had to let the dog in. He was scratching at the door. We're going to move into the other side now. So right heel on the bar. Hopefully Oscar doesn't stay in the frame for too long, but we do what we do with our children and our pets, don't we? Okay, let's make sure our upper body is nice and strong. Our hips are square. On the exhale, you press up and inhale, down. Same as before, really strong upper body. Watch we're not swaying over to that left side. Good, really easy to let that chest sink down towards the mat, of course, as we get tired. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to bring the knee back down and give the wrist a little bit of a roll around if you like. So seeing as we've got the tower set up like this, I'm just going to lower this safety strap down to the bottom level, and we just want to make sure, I might move it over to the middle, that it feels pretty strong and secure there, because we're putting our leg on the bar. So I'm going to start with my right foot forward. Now this is a little bit of a trick. You may need to reset a few times before you get your foot or your body set up in the right place. I always underestimate how long my legs are, but let's have a go. So we're going to gently place the left foot on the bar. I've already underestimated the length of my legs. Okay, all right, so here we are in a nice lunge situation. So you can, of course, have that bar set as we had before, but a little bit lower is going to be best for most of us. Of course, your alternative is to leave that knee on the ground and just do your hip flexor stretch that way. But if you're feeling flexible and you want a really deep stretch, this is a nice one to do. Obviously important to have that safety strap very secure. All right, here we are. I'm going to place my hand, one hand on my knee, then the other one. I'm going to lift my chest up. Oh, and that is such a beautiful hip flexor stretch here. Feels so good. Remember to adjust it as you need to. Knee on the mat is also okay if you don't feel comfortable with putting your leg on the bar. I'm going to take my left arm up to the roof. Try not to hold tension in the upper body. Nice. Let's move through a little bit of a series. I'm going to place my left hand down and my right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Oh, spending a few breaths here. Both shoulders down. I'm going to reach that right hand behind, find the little hip crease on my left side, and open up that right shoulder towards the roof. Nice. Release my right arm up to the ceiling. I'm going to replace my left hand with my right. This time, opening up the left. A little bit more unstable. Again, finding that right hip crease. Opening the left shoulder up to the ceiling now. A little bit of yogi stuff. And then both hands flat on the mat. Fingertips or palms, whatever you feel comfortable with. Lifting the hips up to the roof, just a gentle hamstring stretch. And then find your hip flexor stretch. Lifting the hips up, fold forward, and back into that hip flexor. Lifting up, hamstring stretch. Lowering down, hip flexor stretch. Lifting up, hamstring stretch. And hip flexor stretch. Good. To dismount from here, you can just do a little bit of almost like a hop and pop your foot straight down on the mat. Just like so. And then let's get set up for the other side. So I'm going to step back a little bit. Tricky part, always just editing this bit out, of course. All right, wiggling that left foot forward until you're happy there. Always the hardest part, isn't it? Getting set up. Okay, so here we are, finding that beautiful deep hip flexor stretch down the right side this time. And I'm going to place one hand on my knee, then the other, remembering it's always fine to leave your knee on the mat. Setting into this stretch, if you like, taking the right arm up to the roof. And let's move through a bit of a series, placing your right hand down on the mat, opening to the roof. Oh, breathing feels nice. Let's find that hip crease. Opening left shoulder to the roof. And then release that left arm. It's going to come down, replacing the right, opening the right arm up to the ceiling this time. Breathing. Let's find that left hip crease. Opening your shoulder up to the roof. Release. And we'll place both hands down either side of our foot. Ready to extend the leg in a hamstring stretch. And then coming forward. Lift up, extend. Coming forward. Lift up. Coming forward. Couple more times. Last one. All right, dismounting very gracefully and stepping forward to the top of the mat. I'm just going to hang upside down here to let everything calm down. Maybe give the legs a little bit of a shake. I'm not going for a full stretch or anything, just hanging upside down here. Just because it feels nice. And then we're going to come down to the mat. Okay, so I've changed the setup again. I've put away the bar and I've now put the arm straps roughly in line with my shoulders. You could go a little bit higher if you wanted to. And I've got, of course, a mat to kneel on, which I might just pull back a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take these straps, not too strong, of course, set those shoulders back, tuck the pelvis under, and we're going to lightly press back into the straps, squeezing between those shoulder blades, and inhale, bring those arms forward. Exhale, you're going to press back, stay strong in the core. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward. It's really, shoulders forward, straps forward. Obviously not those shoulders forward. We want to keep the shoulders back, work on our posture. Keeping those ribs closed, drawing towards each other. Tucking that tailbone under, drawing the sit bones together. Keeping the tops of the feet pressing down into the mat. Just lightly, of course. This is such a simple exercise, but so effective, so great for working that core. There's nothing much to it, but it's so effective. It doesn't even need anything fancy. We're basically almost working the entire body here in one way or another. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a shuffle backwards, just a touch, as the palms are now facing towards each other. And I'm going to squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other as I pull outwards on those springs, keeping the glutes engaged. A little lean back is fine to get the right amount of tension. And let's go for about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. I'm going to lean back even further, turning the palms to face the ceiling. Really tuck that pelvis under, engaging those biceps. Keeping the elbows lifted. You can lower them down a little bit if you need to. Try not to stick that butt back. Feel the lovely stretch down the quads here. We want to feel nice and long from the knees all the way up to the shoulders. That chin down just slightly so you're not looking up at the ceiling. We've done heaps of work already with the arms using the circle, so we're just going to do 3 more times. 2 and 1. And the last thing we're going to do is some back extension with your circle. So let's come down to the mat now. We're going to grab the circle. Just taking it straight out in front. Lowering your forehead down to the mat. Set those shoulder blades back. Draw the shoulder blades down towards your back pocket. Pubic bone lightly pressing into the floor. On the inhale, we're going to lift a little, and the exhale, lower down. So it's not a massive movement. Inhale, lift, exhale, down. Inhale, lift, exhale, down. So it feels quite hard. I'm going to give you another option. If this one seems too much, I'll switch your hands gently by our shoulders and use them for a little bit of help here. Nice. So you choose your poison. 4, 3, 2. Good. Lift arms for support. You're just going to allow your back to extend as much as you're comfortable with. A little gentle wiggle around here is okay. Just make sure you're not jamming into those lower vertebrae. Sometimes it's nice to just turn around and look at your toes just to check they're still there. Of course, if this one doesn't feel great on your spine, just leave it out. And then let's lower down, finishing with a nice back stretch. So reach those fingertips forward. Tuck your chin. Nice big breaths. When you're breathing, you want to fill up those lungs. Breathe into the rib cage, into the back of the rib cage. Imagine your lungs as a big balloon, 2 big balloons. Fill up the balloons as much as you can. All that air. Last one. Oh, lovely. And you can come up to standing and we'll finish with the roll down. We did it. We got to the end of class. So let's finish exactly the same way that we started, with our feet planted on the floor, nice and tall. 3 roll downs. Nice big breath in. And rolling down. Letting those arms hang. Breath in. Exhale, rolling up. And 2 more times. Noticing how you feel now. It's different from when we started. Last one. And rolling up, tummy to spine. And we're all done. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.